Good morning, Super Secret Bricks here for a city update, the city update number 3. Today we're going to add a brand new building to the city, so currently it's only just the Sanctum Sanctorum, and we're going now to add the bookshop. We had a lot of construction work up until now, and yeah, it's time to finish it. So you might have seen recently that I've built those two SSILYS, which are basically plates that allow me to build modular buildings in my city. And in the back, these are ways to elevate the SSILYS. Yeah, so just a quick recap. So the SSILYS is a plate where the building is going to go, and another plate where the pavement is going to go. They are loosely connected, but still a bit, and they just go next to each other like this, and then I can connect them using a tile right here. I can unclip and clip together. And if I want to only remove the pavement, I can. If I want to remove everything, I also can. Of course, the first SSILYS that I've built is the one for the Sanctum Sanctorum. And yeah, this is still a system that I'm testing basically. And now with the bookshop, we'll be able to test elevation, terrain elevation, which is what I really want to try. So let's get started. The pavement on the SSILYS has a special jumper plate right here. And so this is what we're going to add right now. So one here, up. And they are going to be used to connect the different SSILYS together later. Right.
2 hours later.
Right, so if you remember correctly from the previous videos, you'll know that, or remember that the SSILYS pavement is shorter. So usually it's 8 stud wide, and I like to make them shorter, 6 stud wide. So I had to wriggle a bit, try to figure out a way to reduce it, and now I'm spotting like this is the wrong color. I need to fix this. But yeah, I do have some leftover parts right here and right there, so I'm going to fix it. But yeah, that means that the pavement is going to look like this, and the back of the build and the rest of the building, which is on its own plate, is going to look like this. There's going to be a 1 stud wide backyard, and yeah, another purpose of the SSILYS is to remove the backyard, just to shorten the footprint of the modular buildings. So that's not a huge win here, but I did make the decision to not have an odd length plate. Basically, it's 18 stud wide. Could have been 17 to make it shorter, but it wouldn't have been worth it in terms of part to build the stuff. So yeah, I kept that. Now I'm just going to try to finish building this side of the bookshop, and then we'll try to work on the house itself, which is, oh yes, by the way, I built the rest of the floors. Just need to do the basement. But the house is the hardest part because it has stairs that goes on the pavement. So yeah, wish me luck.
3 hours later.
Alright, so it didn't turn out too bad. Not too difficult to adapt, I guess. I really hate tiling the modular buildings, but yeah, that's the worst part of it. But yeah, it all fits pretty well. There's only one issue. It's so you see that I fixed the color here and the jumper here. This bookcase is supposed to go there, but then you also have the tree thingy that's supposed to go there, and then here we have collision here. So I'm going to slightly modify this build just so that it doesn't collide, and yeah, we'll be good. I'm now going to continue with back 2. Yeah, see you in a bit. Oh, and before we do that, I just wanted to point out, like, there are some furniture with the set. So there's this one, and then there's the till. I really like the decoration. Took them out just to showcase them, like before they integrated. So yeah, I've done the same for the other buildings, and yeah, we'll have a look at the whole furniture of this set.
4 hours later.
And there's the end result. Beautiful facade. Really like the look of it. It's very squarish, isn't it? Very squarish. But yeah, it's all done now, and I've redone the the pavement. So as you can see, I switched the place for the tree, and I managed to not modify the bookshelf here. How does this work? Oops. Yeah, like this. If we just plop it on the jumper, right, it's just going to insert perfectly right there. So in the instruction they tell you to put the book here, and yeah, using my power of creativity, I switched the book places and put it there. And the whole reason for this is that here, because of the elevation terrain, we're going to need a ramp, and this ramp is taking quite a lot of space, and this space will not be available for the other house. So I had to put it there. And yeah, it attaches right there like this, the ramp. And now we can pop in the birch tree right there. Lovely. Up, just pin it down. There we go. I really like this birch tree. It's simple, like in terms of techniques, just technique parts pinned together. And here we have what I call a life on Mars connector. It's a double pin connector, and at the top we have a little bird with a nest, and the nest is made from that neck attachment accessory part that we find on the Craven the Hunter from Spider-Man. Yeah, and it works great. It works great. Inside the shop, there's this shelf full of books. It's actually moving around quite a bit. It's actually quite smart how it's done. Like you see, we have snot bricks, and the books are actually usually just bricks stacked sideways. So different colors for different books. We have plates with the rail, modified with rail, that allows you to make the illusion of a book that's going out. And yeah, it's actually quite nice. Really liked the building techniques that went into it. Now on the downside, I think that this bookshop is actually quite empty. Like, yeah, that's it. It's this shelf, that other shelf, and then the counter right here, and that's it. Obviously we have the outside shelf, but yeah, it's not that stocked, isn't it? Now the next part of the bookstore is a staircase that goes up, and it is going up to the apartment. So I would assume that the staircase is private. We can still find a shelf with books, but since I assume it's private, I think these might be, I don't know, private books for the owner of the shop. Then we get to the next floor. So this is the back. There's a balcony, 2 chairs, a little table with a cup of tea or mug of coffee. The facade is again quite nice. I don't know if I've done something wrong, but yeah, the windows, they seem to be poking outwards quite a lot. One thing that I really like about this though is how easy it is to remove them. It might not be something that everybody likes or is looking for, but personally I do like it because that means that I can film the interior much easier, right? Just pop out and film the interior. That's important because I make brick films in this building, in these very buildings. So I don't know if I mentioned it again, but my Lego city is alive. Well, it's alive. I want it to be alive. I want it to have stories happening in them, and so I make brick films to tell that story. So that's the Super Secret Universe series. And yeah, so the previous episodes in the season 1 happened outside the sanctum and then in the sanctum, and it was really hard to film inside, so I had to pop out this, which is a feature of the set. That was nice, but if I wanted other angles, like I can't just shoot from the windows, right? It's too, no, it's not good. So I actually had to take apart the set, like yeah, this is not a sub-assembly. I just had to deconstruct and reconstruct it as a sub-assembly. I did not modify it, but yeah, it slides awkwardly back in. And then there are also some shots that I had to shoot from this side. And yeah, again, I had to take apart some of the sets. Yeah, not popping it perfectly back in, just so that I can continue shooting, but yeah. I guess what I mean to say is that I appreciate the possibility to take out panels of the building. So in this floor we have a few furniture. So we have a lamp. I'm not going to take it out because it's actually quite simple. There's this grandfather clock, which actually is built in the wall, so I cannot take it out. There's the carpet. There's a little chair here, comfy chair with armrests and whatnot. And yeah, there it is. It's a coffee table for the armchair. And so it ends up looking like this. Yeah. Now taking it back on top, up, like that. We can check now the pockets. The top floor is actually divided in two, and this is actually interesting. That's the first time in a modular that we see that. Is that the part of the roof is actually half of it taken out, and the sub-assembly is quite hollow to make as much space as possible inside. And yeah, there's not much room here, as you can see. So first we have a beautiful bed. I really like the techniques used, and we have studs at the bottom of the bed that allows us to get a minifig actually sleeping in a bed, so I like that. And then there's a fish tank, an aquarium, terrarium, in which a chameleon is supposed to live, some sort of lizard. But I find it funnier to have it on the bed because it's the same color. Like it took the color of the bed to disguise itself, and now it's invisible. Invisible. Anyway, let's place the furniture back inside. So that's what it looks like completed. Yeah. Up, put it back in, put it at the top. Now we can place it in the city. So the whole purpose of the SSILYS, the super secret integrated landscaping Yucky system, is to allow for smaller footprints and elevation. And so to elevate this SSILYS base, I got these little chunks. So to go one level, I just need to elevate the building like this, up, so on the bottom side, 1, 2, and now we can see it is one level up. And as for the basement, that's another one identical build that goes at the back, but I cannot use the same one on the front because that's the visible part. We want something that's elegant, and so I've added some details. I made some special ones with details, and for this one I'm going to use this one. Alright, and that's it. Okay, so that's the moment of truth. It's the first time ever I have two SSILYS in the city, and so we'll be able to check if the system is actually working as intended. So here's the pavement. The pavement is supposed to slide in, up, and then right here we have up these studs, and we're going to simply attach them like so. Sorry, had to use both hands to do that. And yeah, it looks great. So as you can see, I've installed a ramp here. So on the SSILYS, we have jumpers on the edge to install ramps, and to go from one level to another, we use the ramp. And I've realized, because these ramps I've designed at the same time as these ramps, I realized are just going on the trees. So I'm going to have to move the trees closer to the entries, to the entry of the sanctorum, and hopefully that's gonna fix it. But yet I'm not too fond of this design for the ramp. You can see it's not going all the way to the ground. It's a bit flimsy. If you press that side, it's going to break. Yeah, I'll have to come up with something better. But yeah, in the meantime, it's great. And that's it. Now the squirrel is getting dangerously close to the kitten, but this is life for you. I've also taken the liberty to add the leaves, the toy plane in the tree, and the ramp. So now we have something that's ready for the next building that we're going to add here, which is the house. Now the house was really difficult to work with the SSILYS, because we got the stairs and these plants that go overboard, and we have stairs at the back. So as you can see, I've prepared part of it. I think this is going to be flushed with the back, while this is not. So we can see that here this would go away. And the problem is I'm going to have to remove these plants, because otherwise they're going to the pavement is going to be attached to the rest, and that's not what I want. It's not an issue for the stairs, because the stairs would be just going there, and they are actually floating on top of the tiles that are going to be here. You can see they're not connected. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. Now let me see. If I remove the plants, this goes all the way here. Yes. So that's gonna be the plan. Let's do this.
5 hours later.
Okay, so I worked out something. Decided to retain the flower bed right here, but just adapt a bit the technique to make it work. It's nothing much to look at, and I'm gonna need some corner tiles right there to fill the gaps, but yeah, that should still work. Now I just need to tile the pavements right here.
6 hours later.
Alright, that wasn't too difficult. So again, I'm gonna need to cover these somehow, but other than that, it connects perfectly. Now we just have to put put on the accessories. So that's the strip lamp. We got some stairs here that go right here. Up. Let's see, what else do we got? We're supposed to have a table over there. And then we're supposed to have here a ladder. Right. And a mouse trap, I believe, around there. And finally, the vegetable patch, which doesn't fit anywhere. So I'm just going to put it there. It doesn't fit anywhere because we got no backyards anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to put the steps here in the meantime. Okay, so next is the upper part of the apartment. And yeah, as you can see, I haven't clipped everything because I wanted to show you this part right here. But since it's attached to the wall, I needed to take out most of it. So we got a beautiful chimney inside, and we got this cupboard right here. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's inside. Like this looks like tins and jars and cans, and this might be a coffee percolator. It's a bit weird though. So yeah. Other stuff that we can find in the house are table with cup of tea, teapots, and the plants over there in the corner. Oops. A coat hanger with a hat. That's the door that leads to the basement right there. So that's the one that leads to these stairs, and then there are more stairs here. I must say I'm a big fan of the mat at the entry, and yeah, I love the bow window too. I just want to note something. Like, I understand it looks cool to have a doorknob at the door, but it makes no sense to put it there because this door can be pushed, right? Doesn't need anything to get to pull, like, right? But here on this side, there's nothing. So how do you open the door? It's impossible. You need that doorknob on the other side. Anyway, reattaching the walls was not that easy. You can see it's not a perfect job still. Over time, I should be able to fix it, and I'll probably destroy it and refix it again a couple of times anyway. So yeah, let's put it back on here. And let's visit the top floor. So top floor has a double bed, king size bed, queen size bed, I don't know. The only problem I have with this bed is there are no studs to attach the legs of the minifigs, so they cannot sleep on this bed, so that's a bummer. And then we got this little drawer right here with a nice lamp, very nice lamp, and a flower pot. And they go right here. Now it's another funny. Oops. Sorry. See this little bench? This goes downstairs by the bow window right here. And this will go down. Let's remove the painting. Up. Wow. I'm terrible at this. Oh my god. Up. Yeah, and we'll fix the rest later. But as I was saying, the top floor is interesting because it's all again split in two. It's yeah, we have two halves, and that just make my brick film maker job easier, like to film what's going on in the space, right? I mean, look at that, easy. And then you just have to put that here, up, and that's it. The house is complete. I really love this color scheme. Teal is really a vibrant color, and the shape of the house is also very good. I like the fact that the windows, they just come out, the roof, of the sloped roof, which is actually clipped to give you the inclination right there. The bow window is of course magnificent. It is above ground, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of the stairs though, and they take a lot of room that could have been used for something else. And the usage of the basement is not the best. I mean, look at that. Who's gonna crawl there? Yeah, okay, you can call it a crawl space, whatever. So I've just realized, actually, you can, since this door is a hazard, we can just close it like this, and the knob that was at it, we can use it on the front door, so it fixes all the issues we had with it. And with that done, we have now the possibility to place our building right there. So the question is, am I going to put it like this? Or, yeah, no, look, with the ramp, we still need another level. So we're going to use, let's see, this one, yes, this one, that one, and that one. And that's it. We got a new level, and now it's the same height as the ramp. Yeah, and we can put the rest of the house at the top, like so. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it looks great. I like it. So I have to say, I'm a bit sad that we have the same color here, and I believe this color is also seen as in the assembly square, as well as in the detective's office. So that's a color that we will see repeated a lot in the city. But this splash of color is really a great addition to it, so yeah, don't really mind. And yeah, so far the SSILYS are holding up pretty well. What do you think? Brickston-Upon-Plates, updated. Yeah. Now, as for the minifigs included in the sets, this minifig was present in the season 1 and 2 of the Super Secret Universe series BrickFilms. So his name is Guy, and his last name is Annoying Guy. Yeah, so we'll keep him as the owner of the bookshop, which is going to be a comic book shop. And right here, this is also a character from the series, and his name is Young PP. That's his initials, P. And he lives with his uncle and his aunt. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with you, girl. Yeah, this is something that I'll have to decide. We'll see. But yeah, definitely, these three are going to be living here in this house, and Annoying Guy is going to be living in this house. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. I post new content every Wednesday, sometimes on Saturdays, so click the subscribe button to get notified when they come out. The next video will be Super Secret Universe series BrickFilms, so that's going to be season 4, episode 1, and it's going to take place in the city. So if you want to see Come Back to Life, go check the video when it's out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Oops, actually I need to change the short legs for medium legs, blue pants, this. Oh good, ready for the episode.